99% of people have 0 followers on X, and that's because they have no clue on how to grow their Twitter account. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how, step by step, I went from 0 to 10,000 followers in 9 months. So the first thing we have here is organic content, and that's the main strategy here. You don't want to run ads to your account because that's just going to mess up your follower base. And I'm going to get to the calendar in a second, the posting schedule. But first of all, what we need to talk about is how to come up with content ideas. And this is like a big part that, majority of people struggle with. So the way we like to think about this is you want to find 7 topics that your customers actually care about, your ideal customers. So you want to think about, let's say you're selling funnels. If funnel is a topic that they care about, we're going to extract 7 questions from the funnel. So the topic is going to be funnels, and then the sub questions are going to be what you're actually going to use to create the content. So for example, funnels here, we have what is a funnel? Why do I need a funnel? How effective is a funnel? How much does a funnel cost? What are some guarantees of a funnel? How many steps are involved in a funnel? Can a funnel work for my business? Now you can see here we have 7 questions. Now, what most people do is that they take the main topic and they try to create content on just the funnels. But what that does is that limits your content ideas because you're not expanding on that particular topic. You're just going broad with it, right? But when you expand, you can go into details on multiple different facets of that particular topic. So that's why you want to do this. For example, let's see here for ads. You can see the questions we have here. How do I set up my offer? How much do I need to spend on Google Ads to get results? How many creatives do I need? How do I make the creatives? How long before I start getting conversions? Have you run ads in my niche before? And you can see we have 7 questions there. Now you can go more in depth. You can even do 14 questions, 15 questions. Just really depends. 7 is the standard, and that's what I've been using. So and from all of this content ideas that we have now, so each of those subtopics, you're going to use that to create long form tweets, short form tweets, long form videos like the one you're watching right now, threads with visuals, and these are the 4 main categories of content you're going to make alongside short form videos. That's going to be 5 total, right? And the reason we have these 5 are because these are the 5 that X is really pushing. X is a text-based platform, but right now they're trying a lot more to push video. So it's absolutely essential that you push video content on a day-to-day basis. And I'm going to show you the calendar in a sec to show you exactly how you should structure your video posting and your threads posting in order to maximize the amount of views you're getting from the algorithm. So actually interested views, not just random views. So yeah, we have long form, short form tweets, long form videos, and threads with visuals. Now, your long form tweets, you're going to repurpose that into your email sequence. So each long form tweet that you post, you're also going to take that and put in your email sequence so that as you're building your email list, it's also sending that content to your email list. So this is for people you want to build a more personal relationship with, because that's how email works. And also people who might not be following your Twitter, they might be on your email list. So you also want to make sure you're nurturing them. I've signed a couple of deals from my email list, and it's absolutely powerful how much you can do with email. So the threads with visuals, you also want to do the same thing. If you write the threads, you're going to take them and put them in your email sequence as well. So you're basically using one piece of content to attack 2 different types of platforms. Your short form tweets, you're also going to convert those. You're also going to film those as short videos as well. So you want to take the short tweets that you can normally just scroll by when you're scrolling on the timeline. That's what you want to create, because this is actually top of funnel content. It brings people into your ecosystem, and then the long form tweets and threads with visuals are going to nurture them before they actually become a buyer. And usually there's a conversion window for any platform. For X, it's about 90 days. It really depends on the platform you're operating on, but for X, it's about 90 days. So you want to post short form videos, you want to post once per day, and then you want to also take your long form tweets and your threads, and you want to use that to create long form videos. Now, as you can see in this video, that's exactly what I'm doing. And I've not written a long form tweet or thread about this video yet, but I am going to write it just after I'm done recording this video. But I want to record the long form video first because I already have the visuals here. So the long form videos are going to be from 15 minutes to 3 hours, anywhere from 15 to 3 hours long. We don't really see a lot of videos that are like 3 hours long based on business on X. So that's kind of the maximum. You could go farther, obviously, but like you want to also make your stuff digestible so that people are not going to get bored watching it, right? But the algorithm pushes videos a lot. And then for these long form videos, the strategy you want to use for these long form videos, and I'm going to show you in a second how you're going to be posting. Like I said, you want to funnel this audience to YouTube, because if they're interested in your videos, they're most likely going to watch your videos on YouTube as well. So what I normally do is I post a 60-second clip of a long form video that I have onto X, and in the description of the video, I add the link to the full video, so that when they watch that little snippet, they'll go on YouTube and watch the video. And if they find value from the video, they're actually going to subscribe to you, which is going to help your YouTube channel. It's going to help push your YouTube channel as well. Now, let's get into the content strategy, which is the main part of this video. So we have two different content calendars here, and this is one that I got from my one of my mentors when I first started out. So as you can see here, these are two different things. This was the one I actually started with. So you can see on Monday, you post one thread, you post 2 tweets, and you post 1 hard sell. On Tuesday, you post 1 giveaway or lead magnet. You post 1 tweet and you post 1 soft sell. On Wednesday, you post 2 tweets, 1 question, and 1 thread. And guys, remember to write this down. I'm going to reveal the brute force strategy in just a second. I'm going to reveal that to you. So on Thursday, you post 1 thread, 2 tweets, and 1 hard sell. On Friday, you post 1 SOP, 2 tweets, and 1 question. And if you don't understand what some of these terms mean, I'm going to explain it in a second. So just bear with me here. On Saturday, you post 1 mind map, 2 tweets, 1 question. On Sunday, you post 2 tweets, 1 question, and 1 soft sell. Now, threads are usually a series of tweets that are connected to each other. So it's usually like a long piece of content that you're now going to take and break it into different sections, and it's going to be attached to one another. So if you use Twitter regularly, you already understand what a thread is. But if you don't, that's how it usually works. My Twitter is locked right now, what I've shown you guys, but you can easily just Google what a thread is, and you're going to see some good results. Your tweets are your normal tweets that you just post. So you want to create short form tweets. And then a hard sell is pitching your offer directly to your audience. So a lot of people miss this. A lot of people don't do this. And I myself, I'm actually guilty of that. I should be pitching my offer directly more often. I just get caught up in just posting value content that sometimes I forget to post the hard sell. But it's very, very key piece of your content strategy. Now, are you going to be able to tell who is buying from your hard sell? No. But the more you're making your people know about your offer, the better chances you're going to have of converting people. So in a hard sell, you can typically say something like, I'm selling, like, this is a good format for this. I'm selling this, schedule a call with me and I'll see how we can help you. For myself, I usually say, okay, do you need a funnel or landing page for your info product? Click the link below, schedule a call with my team, and we'll see how we can help you. That's how it usually goes. And then for a giveaway or lead magnets, this is the biggest thing you need to focus on, right? And the reason why you want to focus on this is not because you want ship followers or any of that stuff. The reason why lead magnets are so effective is because they give you reach. Because the algorithm works in this way: if someone likes a tweet, and if someone comments on the tweet, it pushes that tweet to people who might be interested, who are in that person's circle, right? So if someone in that person's circle finds it interesting, likes the tweet, comments the tweet, it pushes it further to people who might be interested, who are in the other person's circle. So you can see how it's kind of interconnected and it keeps spreading. So that's why you want to do lead magnets. And the way lead magnets is that you want to give away a free resource, but in order for people to get that free resource, they need to like and comment. And it's very specific that they have to like and comment, because this is going to push it in the algorithm, and it's going to get seen by a lot of people. So ideally, let's say you're running a YouTube agency, you could give away, a thumbnail template pack, 20 free thumbnail template packs, and you ask them to opt into your email. You don't actually ask them to, you just send them the link. And ideally, you want to build this on Card. I build mine on Card. So you want to create a card.co account. And after you create the card.co account, you want to set up your landing page, set up a ConvertKit account. I'm not affiliated with any of these brands at all. So you set up those 2 accounts, you create your forms on ConvertKit, and I'm going to show you in a sec. This is card.co, and you can see this is ConvertKit. So once you create, for example, I have some of them here, and I'm going to show you. So for example, let's say in Magazi landing page framework, I'm going to click on edit this site. And the way you want to do this is, if you come to your landing pages and forms, you can see I have about almost 3,500 subscribers here. So when you come there, you're going to see landing pages and forms. So you want to click on, if you create new, you create a form, and you create an inline form, and you choose Clear. Clear is the one that works best for these lead magnets. It's just straightforward. So for this email, let's say you want to add their first name and phone number. Let me shift this 1 sec. So you just click the plus button and here add first name. And this is going to be custom field first name. And it's going to be required. If you want to add their phone number to be able to collect phone, you can add that as well. Call the custom field phone, and you make it required, and you save it. So here as well, you want to be able to redirect them to an external page if you're doing this lead magnet. Let's say you have a link to, a Notion document that you want to send, or the link to the templates. You can say, okay, my templates.com if it's a Notion document, right? So if you don't want to send them directly to the document, and you want to send them to send the document to their email, you can do this, and then it's going to send them the email and tell them, okay, success. Now check your email to confirm whatever subscription that is, or whatever document it is. So I'm kind of like trying to figure out the whole thing here, because I don't usually use the success one. I usually just redirect them to the external page, which I think is the most effective. They just get the link directly. So you can just put a link to the document here, and they're going to get it. And then you save, publish. You copy this, you come to your CAD landing page. You actually have to pay for the $19 a year plan on CAD to be able to access this. But let's say I want to add a new embed, because you need an embed element for this. You're just going to come here and select, let's see, you're going to see embed here, and it's going to pop something like this up, and you're just going to come here to the code and just paste that code in. So I don't want to replace this one because I already have a landing page going with that, but that's how you do it. And then you save, and you can see it's going to publish your site, and then you can visit your particular landing page. And when you now input this, it goes to the document where you're trying to send them. So you can see it's a very simple process. You just have to set up this account, set up this one, and you'll be able to send them to whatever document that is. Now your soft sell is a tweet that is selling your stuff softly, just like the name says. So you don't have to go direct and pitch. You can just use a testimonial. Testimonial is usually what you call soft sales, because you can use screenshots, you can use videos, and tell people, okay, these are the results people are getting by working with me, and you can get the same results as well. So you just add your link, add the link to your landing page or the link to your Calendly in the description. And when they watch the video, if they feel like they're interested and want to work with you, then they're going to check out the link. They're going to expand the tweet and then visit your Calendly. Now we have another category here, which is one question. And the reason why you want to do questions is because questions help engagement. Now, some people say, okay, I don't like to do questions and stuff, but at the end of the day, the game is the game. And, you can ask basic questions like, what is your favorite book? What does your workspace look like? What do you do when you wake up? Is caffeine good or not? Stuff like this. Is Notion better than, I don't know what was Notion competitors? Is Slack better than Microsoft Teams? Stuff like that gets people want to answer the question, and that's going to push your content. And once you start getting engagement on any tweets, it also pushes your other content that you've posted that day. That's how Twitter works. So once your tweet starts getting 10,000 views, 1,000 views, other tweets as well from you are going to be pushed, because the algorithm now thinks that you're putting out a lot of valuable content in that particular moment. So that's how it works. Like I had a couple of tweets from me. I have a couple of tweets on mine that got about 300,000 views, and then before you know it, you see my other tweets started going 6,000 views, 1,000 views, 2,000 views, just because that tweet got 300,000 views, right? And that tweet was also a lead magnet. Got about 2,000 comments plus. So that's why questions are important, because they help drive engagement. Now here you also have your thread, you have your tweets, you have your hard sell. And then on Friday you have your one SOP, two tweets and one question. And an SOP is basically a step-by-step direction on how to do something, right? You can have this as a Miro board, something that is going to give people direction on how they can do something. So I'm going to open up one here, and I'm going to go to frameworks. So we can see here I have a landing page SOP here. So as you can see, we have landing page design and split testing process. So it goes through all of the steps that we use to build our landing page. Now this has been a while ago. This is like in January of 2024. Definitely going to make an updated one. But you can see here it's kind of like it's going over, the step-by-step process of doing a particular thing. Now that could be a step-by-step process of creating the thumbnail, of doing quality checks, of building a landing page, of writing your copy, of coming up with designs. It could be anything. You just want to make sure that you're putting it in a step-by-step method where people can go take that and implement it immediately. So that's what an SOP is. Now, the next one we're going to have here is your mind map. And a mind map is basically something like this that you're watching in this video. So this is a mind map showing people, it's also kind of an SOP, but it's more of a flow chart than like, a step-by-step, do this, if not, do this, do that. So it's almost the same thing, but like mind maps are more of like visual representations of something. Like I don't really know the exact difference, but like I know that mind maps, for example, let me show you an example of a mind map that I have. So mind map, okay, a mind map is actually this kind of stuff that you're seeing here, so which is going to be maybe a structure that you need to use for your creative, a structure that you need to use for your landing page, stuff like that. So for example, this one is stuff that I normally post. I post this at least once a week. So this is a mind map for a landing page. And you can see here, hook, subheading, VSL, problem, solution, and it just goes like that. It's not necessarily a step-by-step process of doing something. So I hope that's clear as well. So I'm going to show you the second calendar in just a second. So just bear with me. So you want to also post your mind maps. That could be, for landing pages it's very easy, but for other services it's kind of like difficult. So you have to spend some time and figure out what could be a mind map. Now for your content, you also have to make sure you're paying attention to the type of content that you're posting, because you're not only going to post value-based content. Obviously you want to post value-based content, but majority of your content, your content should be split in two different ways. Now number one is your value, and number two is going to be your personality, because people buy from people they like. So your goal on X, number one, is to build a brand and make that brand work for you. So if you're not adding the personal element, it's not going to help you out that much. Now, granted, as long as you're good at what you do, you're going to sign a couple of leads. And even if you're horrible, like if you're average at what you do, you're still going to sound lead without personality. But when you add your personality, people want to work with you a lot more, because they kind of see the person behind the brand. They see that you're not some kind of robot. I see a lot of people who make the mistake of trying to be too professional, having like suit and tie pics and stuff like that. That might be your brand, that's cool, but you just have to come across as human, or people are not going to want to work with you, because at the end of the day it's a personal brand and you're using that to grow the business. It's not the other way around where your business works with your personal brand. You're using your personal brand to grow the business. So take a sip of coffee here. So let's go into the brute force strategy here. So this right here is the beginner strategy. You can choose to go with that if you want. But here I'm going to show you the strategy that I'm using right now, and I've made tens of thousands of dollars with this strategy. So you can see on Monday, start off the day with a visual tweet. Visual tweets, usually the mind map. Post at least 3 short form tweets, 1 long form tweet or thread, 1 long form video, and 1 hard sell on Mondays. Now, like I said, I haven't been posting a lot of hard sells, but I'm going to start posting a lot of hard sells because they're absolutely important. Tuesday, at least 1 visual tweet, and you notice I'm always starting off my days with a visual tweet, because that drives engagement. When people are waking up and they're seeing something visual, people don't really have the brain capacity to the bandwidth to think about what is this person like, trying to read every single thing this person is writing when they wake up. So you want to just give them with a We want to make it easy for them to digest this content in the morning. It's extremely important. I don't know if this coffee is making me jittery. But fuck it, I'm going to take more. So anyways, you always want to start off with a visual tweet. If you're a landing page designer, you want to start off with a before and after on SOP or framework, right? And then you have your 3 short form tweets, your long form video, and your lead magnet. Now you can see here we have long form video on Monday, long form video on Tuesday, Wednesday long form video. Almost every day we have long form video. And that's because X pushes this a lot, right? It pushes this harder than Threads, long forms, short, like it pushes it a lot. So you want to make sure that you're recording videos, and you don't have to record videos every day. So if you spend a week recording videos, you can repost that content over the next 4 weeks and even after the 4 weeks, because what happens is that you can't come up with new content ideas every single day, but you can use content that you already have and use that to keep growing your account. Now the next thing we're going to see here is on Wednesday we have 1 visual tweet, we have 3 short form tweets, 1 long form video, 1 soft sell, and 1 short form video. So on Thursday we have 1 visual tweet, we have 3 short form tweets, we have 1 long form video tweet or thread, and we have 1 long form video. So sorry if my light just went off, but I'm going to give you guys a source regardless. So on Friday you have 1 SOP, 3 short form tweets, 1 question tweet, and 1 short form video. And the reason why you want to have the short form tweets on Friday is because it's just kind of a day where people are people are going to start leaning more into the weekend vibe. So they are home, they are trying to just engage online and find stuff that's funny. So there's going to be a lot more engagement for question tweets on Fridays, because that's the beginning of the weekend, right? For normies. But anyways, on Saturday you have 1 visual tweet, 3 short form tweets, 1 long form video, 1 soft sell, 1 short form video, a long form tweet or thread. Now this is not a do or die affair. Just to make that clear, right? You don't absolutely have to post, let's say here that we have a long form tweets and short form video. Bro, if you can post a long form video and a short form video, that's fine. If you can post a long form video and short form tweets, that's also fine, right? And that's what I do myself. But I like to hold myself to this standard so that when I'm performing, at my bare minimum, I'm actually outperforming a lot of people, right? So that's why we have a lot of content that we need to be posting, because the way Twitter works and the way any social media platform works is that the more people are familiar with you, the more they're going to resonate with you. And even people who didn't like you before are going to start liking you, because familiarity is what actually makes someone more likable. Like if in psychology, if we're actually being more familiar with something, if something is in our face constantly, we start liking that thing subconsciously. So you want to always be in people's faces. At a point this year, January, this 2024, I was actually posting 20 to 24 times a day. And to some people, they can't fathom it. Like it's kind of unreasonable to them. But that led me to closing about $11,000 in a single month. So you need to make sure that you're always in people's faces. You want to be that go-to guy, because that's what's difficult. Right now, in my niche, I can confidently say I am the go-to guy when it comes to landing pages for info products, right? But you can't create that status if you're just posting once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day. It doesn't work like that. You need to make sure that, people are seeing you and you're actually posting valuable content. And the thing is that, if you're creating content every single day you wake up, that's going to make you better at writing content. So a big priority of yours should be writing content every single day. When I started out, I used to write content every day. That was the first thing I do when I wake up. And after that, I would just post threads, post my videos, post my short form videos. And yeah, that was what helped me grow my account a lot. And on Sundays, you want to post, lifestyle tweets, 1 to 3 random tweets, and 1 visual tweet. So like I said, this calendar is kind of an overview of what I do. It's a helicopter view. I go a lot more in depth, but I can't share that in this video yet because, it requires a lot more processing and whatnot. But this is the ideal strategy you want to go with. And then on a daily basis, you're going to be DMing people 50 times a day. And the reason I have this is because I want you to be successful, right, with this stuff. 50 cold DMs a day. If you're checking it based on platform, 50 cold DMs a day is actually a good amount of volume, right? So the reason why I'm setting these standards is to make sure you're not going to send in 10 DMs and thinking you're done, right? If you're sending 50 DMs a day, that's good. Ideally, I like to shoot for 300 DMs a day, but if you're sending 50 cold DMs a day, that's very good. So make sure you're hitting at least 50 DMs a day. It's absolutely doable. Look for your ICP. Use the search bar on Twitter. If you search course creators, consultants, business owners, Google Ads agents, in fact, you're going to see them pop up. And from there, you can drill down to their following and their followers. Look at every single one they're following and see if anyone there is your ideal customer. Look at people that are following them, see if anyone there is your ideal customer, and message them. You can also see these people on the timeline. They are, depending on the kind of accounts you're interacting with, you're going to see them pop up on your timeline. So before you actually DM them sometimes, if you're trying to actually sign that person and you're not just sending mass DMs, you can just engage on their tweet, like their tweet, comment on their tweets. That way they've seen you before, like they already have an initial interaction with you. And when you come to the DM, you're not just some sort of stranger like most people do. So people need to establish that trust with you. And that's why you need to, first of all, kind of do an interaction first before you go to DMing them. That's why we have here 30 minutes to 1 hour engaging on the timeline. Very important when you're starting out. Now, right now, I don't really engage that much. I think I engage maybe 5 minutes a day. When you start growing, it's still important, but it's not as important. Like when you're growing, when you're starting out, it's very important to engage with people, because you're going to get people follow you based on your takes, and you're also going to get a lot of impressions if you're commenting on big accounts. So you want to be commenting on 10% big accounts, 30% accounts that are between 3 to 10,000 followers, and then 60% accounts that are below 3,000 followers. That's what you need to do. So I want to talk about big accounts, talking about viral accounts. You could even enter the political space. People are obviously going to be viewing, your ICP is going to be viewing all those tweets. So you can comment something and it goes viral. I once had a comment actually that went to like 30,000 views. The first comment that I had that went viral was about 16,000 views. So you have your email list as well. So you want to be sending at least 6 emails per week. Now you could do 5 depending on how much volume you're willing to do. But at the end of the day, volume negates luck. So that's why I believe in volume so much. Even if you're not absolutely good at what you do, if you keep increasing the volume and doing what you're supposed to do every single day, you're going to become better than everyone else. So you want to send 6 emails per week, and you're going to send 1 hard sell email for every 4 emails you send out. So you want to send 4 value emails. And within all those 4 value emails, you will also want to have your CTA telling people, okay, if you need this, book a call. Or if you need this, reply this. So you also want to have your CTA there, because you don't want to miss out on people who are reading all those emails. But you always want to make sure you're leading with value. So 1 hard sell email for every 4 emails, 1 soft sell email for every 4 emails. So basically that's 6 emails per week. So 4 emails value, 1 soft sell email, then 1 hard sell email. That's exactly what you want to do. So I remember everything I laid out here is absolutely useless if you don't go and implement it. So if you got any value out of this, please, number 1, make sure that you go and implement this stuff. This is going to absolutely change your life if you're looking to earn money from Twitter, not from ad revenue, from actual clients that are going to pay you. Make sure you go implement this stuff. And also, if you got any value out of this, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe. And I am going to see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. If you need a landing page or funnel built, please click the link below. Schedule a call with me, one-on-one call with me, and I'm going to speak to my. You're going to speak to my team, and we're going to see how we can help you out. Take care. Bye bye.